It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Raiders and the Ravens coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week, and that one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they can be well set up for the rest of the year.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out come the Raiders for their opening drive, and at the helm in his first year in silver and black, 6th season overall, Gardner Minshew.
And he's someone who brings a ton of personality with him, but don't let that fool you. He's more than capable of playing winning football at this level and has actually done so. I don't know if he's their long-term answer under center, but as long as he trots out there, they'll have a puncher's chance and maybe a bit more to compete with any team they line up against.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 59 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Minshew sets to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Here's Madison running on 1st down, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now Minshew. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Kyle Hamilton running up from his safety spot and earning the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now 3rd down and very long. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And the pressure gets to him again. That is the big fella, Nami Matabike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Deontay Hardy deep for Baltimore. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A little juke. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So here's the first drive for the Ravens, and at the helm is the 2023 NFL Most Valuable Player, Second such time he's won the award, Lamar Jackson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go play action now. Jackson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now a 2nd and 6. Running from the shotgun with Madison. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. You look at this defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Well, this defense for the Raiders, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. Well, let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. Now it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. They complete it to Hill. So nothing doing there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks, as they've got it with a third down coming up. Again, Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Throw left side complete. That's Bowers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
And Bowers was clearly the top tight end in college football over his 3 seasons at Georgia. And I applaud the Raiders for not letting Michael Mayer's selection a year ago prevent them from adding to their riches at that position.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Myers. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for...
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Some strong running at the 20. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the 6th sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They were losers to Kansas City a week ago, but they are out in front right now. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. First carry now for Justice Hill. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Now Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. In motion left, Bateman. They go play action with Jackson. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And down by a field goal, they'll take over with excellent field position following the interception. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. They'll send Marshall in motion left. Here's Minshew. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
That is caught. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And the Raiders first down.
Off play action, it's Minshew. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Minshew, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Out of the gun is Minshew. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, this from 39. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. In motion, Aguilar. To throw is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. For Marshall, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back to throw now on 1st down. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Back to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. It'll be Minshew again. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up fourth down. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
They set up the screen for Henry. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And incomplete. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville. And that one just before halftime, with the Jaguars out on top. 3 touchdown passes there for Trevor Lawrence. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Brandon Cooks, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Jamison Williams, a touchdown reception. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here's 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Play action. Now Jackson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. They were victorious over the Chargers last week, and now they work with a lead again here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Going up top. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
2nd and 10.
On the handoff, it's Madison. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop. And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
Here's Jackson to throw. He finds Aguilar over the middle. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Jackson now. A short throw caught by Andrews. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Jackson.
And he'll go right back to Andrews.
And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Looking to throw it, Minshew. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Tucker. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Minshew. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks. That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Here's Madison getting it again on second.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Minshew sets to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bowers. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Trey Tucker, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Raiders will add to their fourth quarter lead. Well, we lasted all the way to the fourth quarter without a touchdown being on the board, but here a key one to extend the lead.
Definitely, and I really doubt, though, that that's going to open the floodgates. What do you think, partner?
No, not the way that we've seen these defenses play.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They've been rock solid, but we had to know that sooner or later, someone had to surrender a touchdown, and it happened right there.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling.
And the Raiders have got him.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
And Crosby has made a living off of making plays in the backfield, totaling an absurd 27 sacks and 45 tackles for loss over his last 2 years alone. Mad Max equals disruption.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. To throw again on second down. Minshew. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
The offense on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 16. On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The kick by Carlson is good, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
And the Ravens taking the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
They go play action with Jackson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. A short throw caught by Andrews. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. He finds Bateman over the middle. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chain.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raiders offense and Gardner Minshew getting set to go to work once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Another carry now for Madison. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now a give to Madison.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for Las Vegas,
it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.